we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Pass out left, caught by Woods.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
This defense for the Chiefs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
The Colts at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Smith. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes, his throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Then they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Go! Ready?
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going to go on 4th down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Shaquille Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal. As he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others?
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now?
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Smith. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
Open man right side is Toney. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Here's Tony on the quick slant.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive, then march to the end zone the last time out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Flushed out right.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
On the return, it's Tony.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, Ridley. Yellow.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Okay, ready?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun on third down, Mahomes going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Yellow.
Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on fourth down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rodney Thomas gets to him for the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 30.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A big play there for Andy. 43 yards.
Ready, set. Check mash, check mash.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
19.
Here's Smith. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
3rd and long, it's Smith.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Hawk 70. 65.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
Ready. Three. Let's go.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he's got it inside the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far, but you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Come on, baby.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Uses the spin. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Smith steps away to his left.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
From the 50, it's Smith. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painting a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
118 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
We'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. One last throw here for Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
Well, this was a really